This week we look at how I fitted an Alltranz transmission cooler to our Ford Ranger, a must-have if you're towing a large van. Now it's a pretty long video, so I've decided to break it into sections. So if there's just one bit you'd like to look at, you can skip to that section. Hey, if you've just joined us, we are Kiwi Wanderers. There's 3 of us and we are loving our life on the road. This is one of our tech tip series, so if you got something out of this video, think about subscribing so you don't miss a thing. Okay, so first up, tools. Tools you require for this job. Nothing extra special, but the hose clamps are essential unless you want to get covered in antifreeze. Righto, here we are, unboxing. Righto, here we are. Urban cooler kit for the Ranger. I'll just open her up, see what's inside here. Oh, very cool. Got some hose here. Good length of hose. Yep. Reinforced hose. It's good. Oh, instructions. They're always nice. Great with pictures. That's fantastic. That's what we want. And then we've got, this looks like adapters to connect into the transmission, so that'll be good. Oh, cable ties and everything, that's great, very good. And then this little bit here, I would imagine, is the cooler, I would think. Oh, look at that, lovely piece of kit. Ooh. Wow, that is a solid bit of gear, all right. Got some fittings there to go in, and some cable ties, and oh goodness, there's all sorts of things here. I'm going to have to read the instructions. What the? All right, okay. That's the unboxing. Looks bloody good. Oh, and also there's a bracket. Now this is a Ranger PX3 Ranger kit, so this bracket should fit my Ranger. So we'll go ahead and put it in. Hey, this week we're going to fit an all cooler kit to the PX3 Ranger. Now, I am a mechanic, but I've been a manager for about 20 years. So as most of you know, managers know what to do, but they can't usually do it. So yeah, if you just keep that in mind while you're watching this video, it might be a bit cumbersome, if you know what I mean. Right, here we go. First thing we've got, we're going to fit the cooler in the front. Just got to take these little clips out. A lot of manufacturers have these same little clips. Pretty easy stuff. Yeah, very important. Very important to have a container to pour your bits in. I had to eat all the yogurt so that I could use the yogurt container there. Right, now I'm pretty sure they have some silly little clips under here that you've got to push. There we go. I'll show you these when I get it off. There we are, so we've got, all I'm doing there is just pushing these little clips. Pretty easy stuff. Right, now we've got to take the grill off. Yep, so a couple of 10 mils up here, and then there's some more exciting clips down the bottom. You've just got to take the pressure off the grill and then move these clips down, I think. Down. I'll show you these clips when I get the thing out. Right, so there's some little slotted holes in here that these clips go into, and you're just pushing them up, bring them up to release the lock. And there's a couple of side ones here which are hard work. So there we go. Probably about 3 minutes work for a panel beater. Took me half an hour. It's okay. Righto, we've got a nice well-made bracket, good solid bracket, made specially for the PX3. So it fits in there. There's a little hole here that gets a nut and bolt that hopefully I've put in here. Yes, I have. So just there's a wiring loom behind there. You just need to make sure you're clear of that. And righto, then we've got a couple of self drillers that go up through a slam panel here. The bracket's very well made, fits perfectly. They do give you a bit of advice in the instructions to, yeah, just to make it nice and level. Leave that bolt loose for the minute, and we'll go and put these little bad boys in. Just a bit of a trick with those self drillers. If you are using a good drill like the DeWalt here, just turn the grunt down. You're putting a self driller into a relatively thin panel of steel, so you don't want to strip it. So yeah. Right, so there we go. Our bracket. Oh, we better tighten that up. Beautiful. Right, now we've got a very well made oil cooler. Great, good quality. And we've got to put these fittings in. These are obviously the fittings from the transmission cooler. So just got to bear in mind that we're so this is an aluminium cooler, so we don't want to do them up too tight. Most important to use 2 spanners, not a crescent like I am, but I'm at home in my workshop and don't have everything available. So yeah, as you can see, these are O-ring steel into aluminium. We're not doing them up very tight at all, just nipping them up. There we go, sorted. Right, and then the oil cooler fits in here nicely. Hose fittings out to the left hand side, and we've got some 10 mils here. Okay, so I had a bit of drama filming the undercar install and doing the work. As Sandy says, I can only really do one thing at a time. Anyway, bear with me. If you have any questions about the install, fire them off in the comments below. So I was lucky enough to have the use of a hoist for this job. Thank you, Seddon Garage. I'm sure you could do it without the hoist, but it does make it much, much easier. First up, fit the cooler hoses to the cooler and tighten the hose clips. Then we removed the front drive shaft to enable a bit more access. These T45 Touque bits were very tight, and so you do need a good Touque kit. Okay, so as you can see, we have the original cooler held on by Touque bits. Then we fit our hose clamps and remove the coolant pipes. Now, the top Touque bits were a bit hard to get to, but I did get there in the end. When we remove the old full cooler, remember to keep this bracket, as we're going to reuse this with the new piping. Then the next job is to connect the 2 water hoses together and cable tie this out of the way. I didn't reuse the original Ford clamps and purchased a couple of screw hose clamps for this job. Now it's a matter of fitting up the new fittings into the trans and reusing your existing bracket. Then we screw in the new pipes. This was not hard to do, as there is now plenty of room. Next up, running the hoses. This is a matter of making sure that they're secure and they're not going to rub on anything. Then we just need to refit the drive shaft and top up the coolant if we lost any. Just before we put all the covers back on, we should run the vehicle, make sure there are no leaks, and there weren't any. That's good. So that's a bit of an overview of what's involved in fitting an Alltrans transmission kit to your Ranger. Does it make a difference? Yes, it does. Have a look at the little video I made on how much difference it makes. So we have some good stuff coming up. Make sure you're a subscriber so you don't miss a thing. Hey, and if there's anything you think we should be testing out in our tech tips, leave it a message in the comments. Thanks for watching. See you out there.